Live from the cave, we got Frederico Blandis. Listen, we need to get right to the point. We need to get right to the point. Hey, you a terrible landlord, he's a slumlord. And the judge said, oh, he is. Now, you know you done fucking did everything for the fucking tenant. You want that money to keep coming in. They call them professional tenants.
How do these people keep getting in apartments?
Oh, I'm just between jobs. You know, I normally have a job. I'm a good tenant. The tenant runs the show.
Some landlords, their mindset might be like, all right, you know what? I ain't fixing shit. You going to Cancun and you need to pay me my fucking rent.
Anyone that want to be on the Man Cave Mindset Show, DM us.
Something that's sore on Russell's heart, right? You want to talk about how Section 8 and all?
Yeah, that shit pisses me off some goddamn time. You know, what pisses me off? All right, here we go.
Yeah, there you go.
You never left? You still there?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still here.
All right. What the fuck was we talking about? Shit.
You were getting pissed off about something.
Oh, yeah. Nah, you talking about that Section 8 shit I was talking about the other day, man. With damn these fucking, New York City, man, this landlord thing is tough, Fred. It's good, but it ain't fair. That's the shit that irk niggas' nerves. The shit's good, but it ain't fair. It's just the fact that your tenants have full control,
Yeah, that's what you were telling me today. Like you said, the landlords should be the ones in control, but that ain't true. It's the tenants.
Yeah, the tenants in control because the court system got their back. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, put it like this. The average landlord, right? The state pays the majority of the money. Let's just say your rent is $3,500 a month, right? That's New York City rent, $3,500, right? All right, fucking the state will pay $3,000, and the tenant have $500 they gotta pay. Once they get that shit going, they moved in, you got your money, and now next month come up, time for rent, right? You're gonna get the tenant. They're gonna tell you we paid the $3,000, but the tenant got to pay the $500, right?
Yeah.
Once you get that fucking $3,000, the tenant may just say, "I ain't giving you no fucking $500." So now in your mind, if you like, okay, this apartment goes for $3,500. I know I'm supposed to be getting $3,500. Now you like, damn, this damn tenant don't want to pay me the $500.
So that's easy though. Just be like, all right, next month I'm serving you a eviction notice.
Okay, all right, there you go, right? Been there, done that. Been there, done that, right?
All right, what happened?
All right, you ain't paying me my $500, right?
Yeah.
And I'm getting the $3,000 from the fucking state, but you ain't paying me my $500. Okay, I'm like what you just said. I'm big bad landlord. You know what? You got to fucking go. You call down to your lawyer. This motherfucker. First off, this motherfucker will tell you like $1,500, $2,000, just to even start the paperwork on getting their ass out, right?
Yeah.
And he gonna come back. He gonna come back to you and say, okay, I already served them. Matter of fact, first off, he gonna tell you he can't serve them until the first of the month. So good luck if it's like the third of the month when you decide to come up with this idea, and you gotta wait until the following month on the first. They can't serve them until the 30th of the month, right? So you gotta wait. Let's say you gotta wait 25, 26 more days to the end of the month. Now, meanwhile, mortgage come up again. You still got to pay all the bills, whatever bills you got to pay on the property, the lights, the gas, depending on what you pay, the water bill, all that shit. You still got to pay all that. But now in the first of the month, end of the month came. So you got to pay the lawyer the money to actually serve the eviction notice, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to serve them with eviction notice. The eviction notice is going to say, okay, you got 30 days to leave. They're going to be like, okay, so they got 30 more days. So they go another month don't went by that. You got to pay all that. Look now, look. Then when that month come up, and if they side say, you know what, they serve me the paper, but I don't give a damn if they serve me or not, right? So now guess what? Now you're going to call your lawyer and say, look, what's the latest? Oh, we served them. Okay, so what? All right, you got to give them like another month to see what's going to happen with them. So now another month done went by. Then after that month done went by, you got to pay all your bills again. Now you like,
Look,
okay, so what's
look,
up with this month? Now this is like 4 or 5 months in, right? You done went through all this process. Then you go, oh, they still ain't do nothing. Okay, so they still ain't leave the property, they still there. Oh, okay. So now I'm gonna have to go ahead and file with the court system to see if we can get them out. So now they gotta file some paperwork, right?
so now
So
that take. All right,
so listen, no,
I
no,
see.
let me
I
go.
see
Let
where
me
this is
go.
going.
God damn it, you started this shit. You started this goddamn fire. Now you gotta put it out, motherfucker. So okay, so now after about 4 months in, now they tell you, okay, I gotta file for you to even be able to go to court. I gotta file. So now they're gonna tell you, okay, how long you gonna ask them, obviously. You're gonna be like, so how, what kind of court date we got? Oh, your court date is in 2 months. Okay, so now guess who paying the mortgage, the water bill, if you paying light and gas, whatever you paying, all that shit you gotta keep paying. Water bill, whatever. So now you paying all this shit
But why
another
you?
2 months,
Why you gotta? Why
another
you
two
gotta pay
fucking
that
months.
though?
I don't know, Frederick. Just listen. Another 2 months. Another 2 months done went by. Now you at like 6 months. Now you like, okay, yo, did my court date come up yet? Oh, I thought it'd be here in 2 months, but actually, it'll be like another month. But don't worry, you will be going to court soon. Now another month, why? Now we at like 7 months. Okay, finally after the seventh month, now they like, oh, okay, now we got you a date. Now we all excited. We gonna get this motherfucker out because we got a date. So the date comes up. Tenant don't even show up at court, but they don't give a fuck about no court. What the fuck I'm going to court for? We win all the time. We don't got to go to no fucking court, so they don't go to court. Fucking now you sitting up here. I don't go to court. I send just my lawyer. I don't go. I let my
Yeah.
lawyer go. My lawyer go do his thing. So anyway, my lawyer goes. He comes back. He calls me. Oh, your tenant didn't show up. So they rescheduled us for another date. Blah blah. What the fuck? So what? So we got it. No, we did the paperwork. We went on and did it while we was there. Don't worry, Mr. Carroll, you good. We did the paperwork. So now you got to wait only another month. This is a month away. They don't show up this time. Blah blah. So the tenant don't show up. Now you at 8 months, right? Now you at fucking 8 months. Okay, another fucking the next month don't went by. 8 months you in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the deal now? So, yeah, we go to court on this date. We'll be there. We go to court. So they go to court. Tenant might not show up again. Sometimes the tenant show up. Next time the tenant might not show. It depends on what the tenant want to do. But whatever the case may be, I'm gonna even be easy on you with this one. Let's say the tenant shows up 8 months in. Tenant shows up this time. You lucky if they do, but they did. They show up 8 months, right? Now, the tenant says that you ain't a good landlord. Now you know you done fucking did everything for this fucking tenant. Anytime they got a problem, you pay whatever you gotta pay because you want that money to keep coming in. You pay every plumber for every plumbing problem. You pay every electrician for every electrical problem. You pay everybody you gotta pay as soon as that tenant calls because you want your money not to stop. You get what I'm saying? But this tenant goes in there and she say, you a terrible landlord, he's a slumlord. And the judge said, oh, he is, blah, blah. Now, my damn lawyer on the phone with me like, yo, you saying that you a slumlord, blah, blah. This fucking, they lying. I'm not a slumlord. I do blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever the case may be. Okay, the tenant says she'll leave now. Now she'll leave. But guess what? You got to give her, she need 3 months because she says she can't go, she don't have anywhere to go, blah, blah, blah. So you got to give her 3 months, blah, blah. Fred, I promise you,
So
at a minimum,
like a year.
whenever they, a year, that's the minimum. And that's not even guaranteed. Like I just say, this particular situation I'm telling you right now, I'm just saying the tenant shows up on the second one.
But wait,
Tenants can go 2, 3 times without showing up.
question
You
for
get what
you.
I'm saying? They can drag it. It depending on. They call some of them. They call them professional tenants.
Yeah,
They
yeah, they
call them
call them
professional tenants. They
professional.
know the laws. So the fact that
Yeah.
they know the laws, they beat you out with the shit.
But
They
how?
know.
But how? But my question is, how do these people? First of all,
Uh-huh.
are you still getting the money from the state during this time?
Yes, I'm getting the money
All
from the
right, you
state.
still getting the money
And
from the state. But number
yeah,
two, how
yeah.
how do these people keep getting in apartments with the? Shouldn't these things like be on their record or something?
What happens, Fred, is such a complicated system to even get it there because it's like you can do it, but Niggas don't be niggas just be wanting their money, Fred. A year in and you ain't got no goddamn money coming in from.
Yeah.
Well, you still got whatever. You better hope that you got a good lead. See, that's why I be trying to get the worst of the worst tenants. What I mean by the worst of the worst, meaning the ones that don't fucking want to, the lazy ones, so I can get as much money from the state as possible. Because if you get the ones that, it sounds crazy. If you
Oh,
get the
I
ones,
see
I
what
learned
you're
this, Fred.
saying.
I learned this early in the game. If you get the
So
ones that say, "Oh, this what they this what they sell
I
you,"
got it. I got
this sell, Fred, they sell you this shit. Oh, I'm just between jobs. I normally have a job. I'm a good tenant. I'm a good tenant, so I got a job. You know what I mean? So you ain't got no problem with me because you ain't got to pay. They gonna pay you only 500. I got the rest. I paid it. Let's say I paid the 3,000 because I got a
I
job.
see what you're saying.
See, some landlords fell for the game.
Yeah,
Some
because
landlords go for that shit.
you think because all right, this person got a job
It's
and
responsible.
the state is only helping them with like $500. They paying
So
the other the whatever. You think all
yeah,
right, this is a good tenant. But the
this is a
thing is,
responsible.
what you want to do is get the
Yes,
tenant that the state is paying the most. This person don't have to pay but $200 a month. That's the
yeah.
person. That's the tenant you want.
Fred, I learned that shit on my own.
You learned
Every
the
other
hard way.
landlord was telling me don't do that. Every other landlord was telling me when I first jumped in this game, all the other landlords were telling me, yo, make sure you don't get them tenants that don't want to do shit because those be the worst. Those are ones that'll rip your house apart because they sitting in the house all day with kids running around ripping up the house. So they
So
making
they're looking at
they
it more as a
yes,
instead of
yes.
they're not looking at the money coming in. They're looking at their property, keeping their
They looking
property.
at the property. Yeah, they looking at the fact that they're gonna be home, so they're gonna be burning more stuff. They're gonna be
Yeah,
more wear and tear on the shit.
you're
You
looking
get what I'm
at
saying? So
hey,
get
I got
somebody
this
with a
game. Yeah,
job. But what I peeped, and I peeped this shit on my own. I was like, nah, I need the worst fucking tenant. When I went to my real estate agent, I said, listen, I need a motherfucker that don't want to pay shit. And she started dying laughing. She was like, "You serious?" I said, "Yeah, I need the worst of the worst because I need every dollar coming from the state." And she was
yeah,
like, "All
because
right."
that's the guaranteed
Yo,
money.
that's the guaranteed money.
Everybody
That's the
wants
get.
guaranteed money.
Everybody want the guaranteed money, but a lot. I'm
Thanks.
telling you, Fred. A lot. You think that you will think that, Fred, but a lot of people don't know the game. The new landlords. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A lot of the new landlords they don't know the game, so they come in thinking, "Oh, I don't want somebody who don't even want to work because
All right.
they're gonna be
Since,
like the
since,
bottom of the barrel." You know what I mean?
since you said that about the new landlords, so if you had one thing you can tell, especially somebody because you deal with the New York City market, especially with a new landlord in New York City, what would you tell them right now about the tenants and what tenants they need to look for and some of the issues that they're gonna go through, some things that you wish you knew when you first started? Because this is
Okay.
good. I
Okay.
think this is
First.
gonna help out a lot of people.
Okay. Well, first off, just know that the last thing you need to worry about is your property because you can go to Home Depot and fix any problem for cheap.
Yeah,
Don't worry, ain't shit they can do. Ain't nobody going and ripping your roof off. Nobody
that's right.
grabbing your electricity and ripping it out of the house.
Who,
Nobody
and
grabbing your
who
fucking
cares
plumbing
is
pipes.
who
The
cares
only
if a
thing they
hole
can
who
do,
cares
the
if
only
a hole is in the sheetrock,
that's
right?
all they can do
How about
is
that?
kick holes in the fucking sheetrock, which is cheap.
That's
The
just
only
cheap
thing
as
they can
hell.
do is have their dirty clothes all over the damn apartment, have
You just get
fucking
somebody to clean it out.
fingerprints all over the wall. All they can do is damage it visually. Visually
Yeah,
don't mean shit because you can have a handyman, you can grab a handyman and have him go in there and fucking paint the walls and put
as
up some
long
new damn sheetrock for cheap. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, I
don't
feel it.
even worry about that. That's one of the first problems that landlords have. They go in, they worry about the tenant fucking up
They're
the
too worried
house.
about
They're too
the
worried about
visual.
they're not looking at the big picture. The big
Yeah,
picture is to make sure that you keep that money coming in. That's the big picture.
that
That
guaranteed money.
property now works for you. You're the boss. That shit it's a business. It's not personal. You can't take it so personal. It's just a business. That's number one. Number two, always know, it's sad to say this, the tenant runs the show. I mean,
Yeah,
the court system got the tenants back.
yeah.
So It's
Gotcha.
at your best interest. Whenever that tenant tell you he need this done, he need that done, do it.
Yeah.
Please do it. Because if you don't pass those inspections, if you don't pass those damn inspections, what they'll do is they'll cut your money off. And once they cut your money off, the tenant's gonna stay there. So you're gonna have to keep paying the bills. You're gonna have to
So
keep paying the
now,
mortgage
yeah,
or whatever.
now they're saying,
And
yeah,
and, and
and
you
and
ain't
you,
gonna get no money. And
yeah,
guess what? Guess what, Fred? And the tenant's gonna be telling you like this. When you go over there to fix the shit, whatever the problem is, whatever you did to fail the inspection,
yo,
the tenant gonna be telling you every time you try to send somebody over to fix it, the tenant gonna tell you, I'm not gonna be home tomorrow. Nah, that won't work for me. Oh,
uh,
next week won't work for me either. I'm gonna be out of town. So,
so what do
nigga,
you do in
you
that
can't
situation?
even fix it. You can't even fix the shit because they don't want to be home. Because guess what? Now that the fucking state don't gotta pay, they ain't paying you either. So now you asked out,
So
and they
you
gonna
asked
keep
out.
you.
So the
And
best,
all you
so
can do, yo, listen. And then when you call the fucking state, right? And you tell the state, look, this damn tenant won't even let me in the crib. I can't get the tenant gonna be like, well, listen, you're gonna have to schedule an appointment to come down here and talk to someone about it and go over the case. You can't just, I'm just the person to answer the phone. Okay, when's the next available shit for me to talk to y'all? Oh, 2 months from now, we'll schedule for blah blah blah. Yo, Fred, yo, man, this shit crazy, bro. This
all
shit
right.
crazy. This shit is crazy.
So what I'm
You
getting
know,
out of this, even
Fred,
even when
listen,
even when the tenant isn't paying, you still need to make sure you're doing your shit and maintaining that property. So when something is
yes,
wrong, you still got to be on top of it, fixing it, because you don't want to lose that state money. So even though
yes,
that tenant is sitting in there and they're not paying you, some landlords, their mindset might be like, all right, you
yeah,
know what? I ain't fixing shit. I ain't doing
no,
this. I ain't doing that. And then the next thing you know, you lose that money. And now that
yep,
tenant's still in there and you
yep,
can't even get in there to fix it because now they're going to be like, oh, nah, I
yep.
can't. I can't. No,
Yep.
I don't have time. I'm going to
Yep.
Cancun. I'm going,
Yep.
motherfucker, you going to Cancun and you need to pay me my fucking rent.
Yep. Exactly. Yo, exactly.
Yo,
Yo, let me tell
that
you,
shit is crazy. But this is
Fred,
good for all you landlords
Fred,
out there in New York, man. This is good for you. This is some
I'm
good
telling
shit.
you, Fred, the best shit that comes from the motherfuckers not paying your ass is the fact that once they not paying you, they don't fuck with you. They feel like this. I already
Yeah,
don't paying this motherfucker, so I ain't gonna
yeah,
complain about shit. Ain't
yeah.
nothing wrong. You won't hear nothing from them
You won't
motherfuckers. They
hear
won't
nothing.
say shit because they feel like, oh,
Yeah,
you know I
let's
ain't paying him, and I don't want to, it is what it is.
that's
So
like
okay,
that's like
okay,
when you owe that's what
okay,
like when you owe somebody money or something.
yeah,
You try to yeah, you be
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to
It's
see
like
him. I don't want to talk to him until I got that money. You know?
them motherfuckers' toilet might not be working. They won't say shit because they know their ass ain't paying you. They don't give a damn. Let the motherfucker don't flush shit. They'll go get their own plumber to fix it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Before they
they'll pay
call
for
you
it.
about
They'll pay for it themselves. All right, yo,
it. Yeah,
this is a good New York real estate 101 right there.
man,
Like
Fred.
when dealing
Listen.
with what do they call it, Section 8, right? When dealing
Yeah,
with Section 8. I mean, it's good money, it's guaranteed money, but y'all got to be careful out there, man. Y'all got
you
to know
got to
what
be
y'all.
careful, man. And the sad part about it, man, there's no such thing as a good tenant. You can't find a good tenant. You just can't. I mean, everybody's out for the same shit. Okay, I got some homeboys that say, you know what? That's because you use that Section 8 shit. You shouldn't fuck with Section 8. You should go with a regular tenant. You go, I don't care if this nigga work. I don't care if it's a doctor renting your
Yeah,
spot.
nah, man,
At
I'm
the
with you with
on the
that Section
first of the
8.
month, he
That
will be
guarantee.
telling you, I don't have it. And you know the
Yeah,
sad part? I believe him because the
yeah,
shit is so much. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Yo, New York City rent starts for straight up, Fred. $3,000 a month.
yeah.
That's the bottom.
That's
That's
like
the
California
bottom.
rent. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
that's that's one bedroom shit.
yep.
Fred, I got a studio. I got a studio apartment right now. No bedrooms. That shit is $2,700 a month. No
Yeah,
bedrooms, nigga. It's a
just
bed in the living room. It's a
yep.
bed in a fucking living room, 2,700 a month. That's start. You get what I'm saying? That's the starting of the start. Now you start talking one bedroom, you going like 3,000. You're talking 2 bedroom, you're going like 3,400. You're talking 3 bedroom, you're going 3,700. Now this is just out in the burbs like Queens. This is in
Yeah.
Queens, and
Don't
this
even talk about the city.
yeah, this is further out. Now when you start talking about maybe Queens Bridge right across the bridge from Manhattan, that rent's crazy, and you already know. Forget about Manhattan. You
Yeah,
already
Manhattan.
know Manhattan's starting 6-7 grand a month.
I was about to say you better be coming in there with like 10 grand if you
Yeah,
want
straight
something
up.
really,
Straight
really
up, 10
nice.
grand. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you start talking downtown Brooklyn, the cheapest place to rent, if you're looking to rent something in New York City, the cheapest place to go is the Bronx. But the Bronx is the most dangerous place
Yeah.
to fucking rent in New York City. So you get what you pay for. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
man.
you
Yeah,
you gonna
you gotta
see some shit that you never seen. If you ain't from there, you gonna see some shit you never seen in your life up in
All
the
right,
boogie
so
down Bronx.
so
I
check
was
this
born in
out.
the Bronx, Fred. I was
Yeah,
blessed to
I
get the
know.
hell out of the Bronx. Listen, man, I was born in the Bronx, but I'm so happy my mama had me. And by like 6-7 months, she had me on the bus going to goddamn South Park, goddamn South Kakalaki. Man, I'm so happy, man. I'm so
You
happy.
would have
I
been.
mean, obviously, I'm not happy with as a kid. I don't know, but that's the
Yeah, of
best thing could
course.
ever happen. That she got me up out of that shit. You know?
All right. Okay, look, check this out. So
Yeah.
I posted that video yesterday on YouTube, right? The one with you talking about showing the people brand new apartments, people with jobs, and they're like, "Yo, man, this is nice, but I can't afford it," right? And then the Section 8 people come through and like, what did they say? Like what?
What are you talking about? If what?
When you said you showing the people apartments, the people with
Yeah.
jobs, they like, man, this is nice, but I can't afford it. But then the Section
Yeah.
8 people come through and they look at it, and what do they tell you?
Fred, first off, they'd be like, these damn closets are not big enough. And I need a bigger living room because I want to get a big one of them big flat screens, and this room ain't big enough to hold, because I got a lot of kids, and I'm gonna need
Yeah,
a bigger living room, and shit like that. Like they need a lot of space for whatever reason because it's free. You
yeah,
understand what I'm saying? So they need a lot of space. But a person that's working every day, it's like, yo, like I gotta get what I can afford. Fred, but
yeah.
this the thing now. These apartments was brand new, bro. When I say
Wow.
brand new, nobody, it was they built it
Great,
straight
great deal.
from the
Yeah.
ground up, and nobody ever lived there before. So, the people that had the jobs, they was excited about it because it's like, where do you find anything brand new in New York to live in? Most of
Yeah,
these
yeah.
houses
It's
up here are
hard.
old. You get
Yeah,
what I'm saying? This ain't like the South where they just throwing houses up in the fucking woods
yeah.
with no
It's
problem.
hard. It's hard to find real. It's hard to
It's
find land
it's
to
fine.
build houses,
It's no
build anything.
space up here. Yeah, it's no
Yeah.
space like that. Yeah. So
Okay. All right. So, what do you think about this comment right here from this guy? What's his name? Go figure. Go figure. 5653 on YouTube. He said,
okay.
once them Dems kick the fathers out of the black homes, this is what you get. And he was responding to your video.
Yeah, Fred, I hate to go against the Dems because I was raised in a Democratic family, and my mom might see this video and be a little mad with me. But listen, look, listen, all the aunties, the uncles, whoever see this, listen, I'm not a Republican because they don't care nothing. Only, only person they don't want to fuck with is them damn Republicans, man. Listen, I'm not a Republican. I ain't fucking moved to New York and turned into a Republican, all right? But all I'm telling you is right from wrong. You know what I mean? That I learned in this new day and age. The
Okay.
Democrats, in my opinion, these are the opinions of me and me only, right? I
Okay.
feel like the Democrats are, I put the blame on them for all this stuff that I'm talking about. When it comes to so the answer to your question, yes, I agree with this person. They take the fathers out of the home and they tell you, we're gonna give you a certain amount of money. We talked about this yesterday. You don't, you can just chill. We're gonna take care of everything. But then that brings you down to a lower class of life. And unfortunately, a lot of us accepted that offer. And that's a bad offer because you pulling away the dream. The dream is to be all you can be in this world. You know what I mean? That's just what
Whose
it is.
dream?
When
Whose
you
dream is
pull
that?
yeah, when you pull the curtain, when you pull the rug from up under a person's life and say, Don't worry about
I
all
don't
that.
believe. I
You
don't believe
you
that's the dream.
what you mean? What you mean you don't believe that's the dream?
I believe everybody say that's the dream, but
No,
I
Fred.
feel like
Say what's the dream? Wait a minute, I think you misunderstood me.
you said the dream is to be everything that you can be in this world.
Oh yeah. That's what
But
my
but
dream.
the way
That's
the way people act, the dream is to get all you can get for free in this world.
exactly.
What can people give me? What can people give me? What are you giving me? And that's what I feel like when people vote. I feel like that's what they're voting for. Who's gonna give me the most shit? And right now, the Democrats are the one always saying, "I want to give you this. We're gonna give you this. We're gonna give you more of this and more of that
Fred, you're
and
right.
more of this."
Fred,
And
you're right. You're right.
that's what I feel it is. That's what I feel it has become. And I don't feel like the people are thinking about that.
You're right.
They're basing their whole life on what somebody else is going to give them. Look, I
You're
don't give
right.
a fuck who's the president. None of that shit ain't got shit to do with where I'm at right now. It ain't got shit to do
Yeah.
with where you at. When you put your mind to something and you go get it, you're gonna get it. It don't matter if Trump the president, Barack the president,
Yeah.
Lincoln. It don't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
You can't sit here and say I blame where I'm at on Trump right now. It
Hell
don't
no.
matter who's
It don't
president.
fucking matter. Everybody got the same playing ground. Everybody on the same playing ground. I don't believe in that shit either, Fred. I bust my ass, man. Trust me, nobody can tell me shit about working from the bottom to the top. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, nah,
you
bro.
like that
I was
shit.
raised by my grandmother. I was raised. Matter of fact, I was raised by my great grandmother. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
And but the sad part though, obviously, she had to work with the Dems for me to even fucking be here.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
why,
exactly.
knowing that, that's why I don't beat the Dems up. Because Fred,
Nah, man.
believe it or
It
not,
ain't.
believe it or not, there's some people still obviously that need them. You know what I mean? But we just
No,
speaking
no.
for the
I'm
people.
not saying that. I'm not. We just talking about the majority.
Yeah,
Look, there are a lot of people that need help everywhere, and wherever
yeah.
they're getting
But
that
we
help
get
from, that's good.
but
There are also a lot.
we get handicapped by it though. A lot of us get
Yeah,
handicapped by it. When
that's
we when
what I'm saying.
yeah, when
You
they
start to
offer us,
depend on this. You start to
yeah,
depend on all of this help and all of this shit,
yeah,
and
yeah,
your
yeah,
mindset changes. It's like,
yeah,
all right, I know I'm gonna have this coming and this coming, and I'm good.
yep,
And and
yep,
that's what we were talking about. As long as all right, I got this, I got this. Okay, I'm good to go.
yep,
And that's what handicaps people, like you said.
yeah,
It puts you in a certain mindset and in a certain frame of mind
yeah,
that this is it. This is good enough. They're giving me this. Yes, I'm set, and
exactly.
that's okay if you want to live like that.
Yeah, it's fine.
But
But that's where it all
I
come
mean,
from. They overdid it though, Fred. Remember Biden was bringing all these people from these other countries over here and just giving them, Fred, they was giving them cards with money on it where they could just shop food, whatever, Fred. People from other countries coming on bus loads of them every damn week. You look at the damn news, that's all you see is buses coming in New York City. Buses come. Our mayor, like, yo, what the hell is this? Like, yo, we can't afford them. Send them to some other states. And guess what they was doing? They was sending them all to the blue states because the red state was like, you ain't bringing them here. You ain't bringing them here. Let them go
see,
to the
I don't.
let them go to the blue states. So they sending all these people from overseas, and they giving Fred, they giving them money, and they not. And you got people, homeless people, all on the streets here in New York. They ain't helping them, but they helping these cats from other countries. And that's Trump whole thing. When Trump's like, yo, how you helping other people and you ain't even helping the people that's here? And I'm no, like I say, I'm no Republican. I just go right from wrong. Like how you look at some of this stuff and it's common sense. It's like, yo, what the fuck?
A lot of things are common sense, but that's not what they use when they do these things. And all of this stuff, like I don't know a lot about all of these busloads of people and all of that, but
Yeah, you gotta live in New York to know all that shit. Cause they ain't gonna put that shit out, Fred. Especially you in
no, but
Columbia.
I
So
mean, I heard a lot of states were saying that though, like
yeah, red states ain't having it. They like, nah,
yeah,
y'all not bringing that shit to fuck up my economy out here. You know what I mean? But New York was doing it, and they was doing it, and the mayor couldn't do shit. The governor and all of them was overriding the damn mayor. The mayor was like, "Yo, this is crazy." The mayor was like, "I don't even have space for them." They was putting them in the homeless shelters. Then they start putting them in like churches. They start putting them in big places. Like if you got big places, matter of fact, they was even offering some landlords.
Okay,
to have
but
them come
check
in.
this out.
I ain't gonna
Check
even
this out.
lie. I was one of the landlords like, I'll take them. Cause I'm like, yo, them cats ain't got
That
no
money.
jobs. You feel
Yeah,
me? They ain't got
they're
no
gonna they're gonna
job.
pay they're gonna pay everything.
Yeah,
But all right,
yeah.
check this out. So what do you say? Okay, so with the Venezuela thing that's going on right now, right? So many people that were before they went over there and captured Maduro, so many people were like fleeing Venezuela. So what do you think about that? Like people like that was coming to the U.S., claiming asylum because they were trying to get out of a dangerous situation in their country, and
Now I believe
they need help.
now see,
And then,
Fred,
so
that's
now,
different.
what do you say
That
about that?
Fred, see, that's different. That's an emergency. That's an emergency situation. I'm all for helping, man. If we can help without hurting us. If there's a cost behind helping them that's going to put the Americans in a bad situation, then no, I'm not with it. But if not, and we can afford to do it, then of course, you know, I'm all for doing the right thing, Fred. So I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that it's terrible to help, but I'm just saying like you
Yeah,
can't fucking beat down your own country just for the hell of
that's
it.
a
I don't understand the purpose.
that's a hard situation. It's a hard. Um, I know a lot of people are left or right on these types of things. But look,
Yeah.
Russ and I, we don't claim to be politicians, and we don't
Nah,
talk politics a
nah.
lot. We try to stay out of that shit. But
Yeah,
sometimes,
but you
sometimes,
made me talk
sometimes we
about this.
dabble and
I
dabble.
mentioned
Yeah,
what
we gotta voice our opinion sometimes.
yeah, I
You know.
mentioned something about that yesterday, and I don't know, it
Yeah.
must have caught his ears, and he like, nah, we gonna bring this back up. No, you gonna talk. You gonna the people would like to know more
No,
about
no,
that
no, no. Check
situation.
this out. Check this out. I only brought it back up because all right. So for those of you who don't know, every time all of our videos they go on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and we also, matter of fact, if y'all ain't following us on YouTube, it's Man Cave Mindset at Man Cave Mindset on YouTube. So when I posted that video on YouTube, it got a lot of attention. So that's
Okay.
why I was like, yo, when we talk today, I'm gonna bring that back up because the people kind of want to talk about this. So
Yeah, you got to
that's
give the
why
people what
that's
they
why I
want.
brought it back up. Yeah, it was like a hot topic yesterday on when I
Yeah,
posted it on YouTube. So
yeah,
shout
yeah,
out to everybody that commented on YouTube.
yeah.
You know what? As a matter of fact, I know we're running a little long, but I want to read one more comment from this, Russ.
Okay.
And this is from hold on, let me get this in. This is from Gracie.
Hmm.
Gracie Z 9534 at YouTube. She said 1000% right. My husband has had the same well-paying job, had been promoted, gotten raises over 9 years, and we are in the same situation. Cannot even afford a bigger apartment in a better neighborhood to accommodate my wheelchair. Example, we pay high premiums for health care. It's not free. And then insurance denies claims left and right. So we end up paying more out of pocket. Those Section 8 people don't have these excess costs in their budgets. They get free food on EBT,
Hmm.
Medicaid,
Yep.
discounts for everything,
Yep.
from phones to the zoo.
Yep.
But
Yep.
us middle class pay premium for all of
Yeah.
it.
Yo,
That's why. And
crazy.
then those people will be dependent on welfare while the rest of us are counting pennies, saving our little extra
Fred,
dollars for retirement.
Fred, that shit is fucking facts. That shit is fucking facts. The best
And
place to
that's from
be,
Gracie.
the
That's
best
from
place to
Gracie
be in this
95.
city, yo, the best place to be in this city, the best place to be, the best class to be on the bottom or the top. I'm telling you, because if your ass in the middle, Fred, I'm in the middle like this, nigga. I'm in the middle like this with my hand on the top, and I'm pulling myself. I'm pulling
You trying
myself
to get
up,
up? You
Fred.
trying to get up there?
Fred,
But that,
because you can't, Fred, because the middle is where you get fucked. The middle is where you
yeah,
get fucked. So it's
yeah,
either
yeah,
you put your pride down, either you put your pride down and say, you know what, I'm gonna go to the bottom, and I'm gonna be good.
yeah.
I'm gonna have, like she
And
say, I'm gonna
so
have. I'm gonna have the EBT card. I'm gonna have all the
So
benefits. Somebody gonna pay for my
so
rent. Either you go
that
on to the
but
bottom
that's
or you raise your ass up to the top.
but that's what I'm saying. For those people that are down there in these situations, what's the fucking incentive to go to the next level?
It's no
What is
incentive to
that?
go to the next level. It's no incentive. It's you get to live without all the bullshit that the damn middle class got to deal with. That's the
No, I'm
incentive.
saying for those people to go to the middle class, there
Huh?
is almost no incentive to
Why?
get to the
Why? Why
middle
would
class.
it be?
They
Fred, I'm gonna give
looking
you an
at
example.
everything
Fred,
that's on the news. I got the state giving me $3,000 a month for my house. I got this. I got EBT coming in. I
yes,
got discounts on this. Why would
yes.
I leave this
Fred,
and get a job?
Fred. Guess what happened to me during COVID?
What's
When
that?
COVID was almost over and businesses started to open back up, right? So now I'm like, okay, if we can open back up now. So now I'm calling all my employees, like, listen, we can open back up. My employees like, nah, I ain't coming back to work. And I'm
Right.
like, you ain't come back to
Nobody want to
work?
work.
Yo, why you ain't come back to work? Oh, because I'm getting more money with the
Yeah.
state.
They make they
So
make they make
it
more money
doesn't
than
make
what you gonna pay
sense.
them.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for me to go back to work because if I go back to work, I'm taking a loss. So I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
stay here and ride it out. Fred, we couldn't even get our employees back, bro, because they was getting
Yep.
paid like that from the state.
Exactly.
Man, come on, B.
Exactly. So
Come
what do
on,
you
B.
do? You can't compete with that. So it's like, yeah, the system is jacked up.
It's
So I
jacked the
mean,
fuck up.
you look,
Listen,
you can say what you say about Trump or whatever. Look, I don't agree with what everything. I don't agree with nobody. Agree. First of all, nobody agrees with everything with anybody. You don't agree
exactly.
100% with
With
your family
nobody.
members, your husband, your wife, or
Your
whatever.
brother, your sister,
But
yeah.
but there are a lot of things that he has said and is trying to do that makes a lot of sense. It's
A
like
lot of damn
common
sense.
sense.
Common
You
sense.
know what I mean?
That's it. And that's all I go by.
It's
I don't
like,
go by the blue or the red. I
yeah,
go by common sense.
exactly. It's like that makes sense.
That makes
You
sense. That's the
know?
only shit that makes sense to me is common sense.
Exactly. It's be like,
Yeah,
damn, I want to do this and do that. Damn, you know
yeah,
what? That makes sense. Why does
yeah,
this take 2 years? I want it done in 2 weeks. Damn,
yeah,
that makes sense. Why does it take 2 years? You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, listen, before we go, we gotta let these people know one more time. Anybody want to come
yo,
on the show? Man Cave Mindset and
man cave mindset. That's right.
speak your mind. Speak your mind. It's not an interview. It's a conversation. Anything you want to put out there on
Conversation.
our platform, just hit us in the DM, and we'd be glad to have you on the show. That's it.
Yo, hit us up. We go live on TikTok. Anything you want, any platform, we do it. But like we
Ex-
said, whatever you want to talk about. Your boyfriend ain't treating you right. You don't like your baby mama. You don't like your stepmama. You don't like your mother-in-law. Your mother-in-law don't like you. You don't like your daughter-in-law. I don't. We don't care. Bring it on here. You know what I'm saying?
anything,
Put it
anything.
out there. Put it out there.
Listen,
Let's just relieve yourself. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Speak
yeah,
your mind. Maybe it's someone on here that can offer some help and some insight to the things that you're looking at that other people are seeing differently. And that's all we are trying to do. We are trying to get both sides,
yeah,
everybody's side, everybody's opinion, so people can start to understand each other a little bit better. That's all.
yes, yes. All right. You know what time it is, Fred? Time to pay the bills.
Let's
Till
end
next
it.
time.
Wrap it up.